This is topic C on page 42, working with slides. As you develop your presentation, it will naturally increase in size and complexity. You will likely need to add additional information, use slides of varying styles, rearrange your slides, and decide on a visual theme for your overall presentation. The more highly developed and fine-tuned you make your presentation, the greater its impact will be on your audience. With a large amount of the textual content already in place, you will now begin to think more about the big picture. A well-organized and professional-looking presentation will only add to your authority and credibility as a presenter. So first, taking a look at slide layouts. Throughout your presentation, you will likely need to include different types of information on various slides. PowerPoint includes a selection of slide layouts that allow you to organize different types of content in a logical and visually appealing manner. A slide layout is a template that determines the placement of different types of content on a slide. So we have some different options here. I'm going to move to the end of this presentation. On my Home tab in my Slides group, here we have our New Slide drop down and some different types of layouts that you might see from here. These are the 9 default slide layout types. So first you have your title slide, and I'll go ahead and insert an example of each of these. Each layout will be different depending on which template you have. So your title slide layout here is going to look different in a different template or in a different blank presentation. So it's not always going to be set up the same. Your title slide will have a text placeholder for a title, which I have here, and also a placeholder for a subtitle. My second layout, here we have title and content. This is a placeholder for a slide title and also a content placeholder. Now remember, I showed you content placeholder. You can click to add text in this, or using any of these buttons, you can add a table, chart, smart art graphic, picture, or a video. We'll get into how to do all of that. Just remember that this is a content placeholder. Our next type of layout, we have a section header. And this has text placeholders for section and subsection titles. Then we have our to content layout. We have a text placeholder for your slide title. And you have 2 content placeholders. Next, we have comparison. You have a text placeholder for your title for your slide. You have 2 content placeholders, and you have 2 text placeholders to label your 2 contents. So these are 2 different text placeholders as well. So technically you have 3, 1 for your title, 2 for your labels of your contents. Then your next layout, you have title only, which only has a text placeholder for your title. Then you have a blank layout, so you can individually go and input whatever you want onto this slide, starting from scratch. And then lastly, we have, content with caption. You have your title placeholder for your slide. You have your text placeholder for textual content below this. And then we also have a content placeholder as well. So title, text, content. And then lastly, picture with caption layout, title text for your slide. You also have a text placeholder for caption text, and then you have a content placeholder for inserting a picture only. This is different from the other content placeholders. This only has 1 button on it to insert a picture. Okay, so those are your different layouts. In addition to selecting from your layouts, PowerPoint gives you the ability to modify the size and the orientation of your slides. And we can do that from the Design tab on our ribbon. In the Customize group, here you have the slide size drop down. You can do the standard ratio 4:3, widescreen 16:9, or you can make custom layouts using different sizes here. You can input the sizes, width and height, and you can also change your layout. Most PowerPoint presentations are in landscape orientation because our screens, the long ways is horizontally, but you can always change to portrait, which is like the paper going long ways up and down. So you can change that if you wanted to. So that's your Design tab, Customize group, your slide size drop down. Your next video will be Activity 2.5 on page 46.